Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another videos. What a weekend to start. What a weekend to start. Arsenal 3, Southampton 3. Arsenal were very lucky to get a 1 point spread because they were leading, 1-3 by Southampton have scored from the 29th second, and then they scored against they scored again in the 14 minutes. It was a 2-0 up, and Arsenal scored again, and then Southampton scored again. It was at 1-3, and then at the end of the games, it was 3-3. But it's fair play. Arsenal came back from there, 2-0 down. But at the end of the game, you didn't win you didn't win the game that you should have won. Okay, so Arsenal is the kind of team that going to win the league. That is predicted by a lot of people. Okay, because of the way they play, because of the level they are maintaining. They're so good. Okay, they are not dependent on one single player. It's like they can throw them from a lot of different positions, but they can play a lot of different players. That's why Arsenal is so dangerous, and that's why a lot of people have predicted that the Arsenal could win the leagues. But at the end of the games, right now Arsenal has been borderless. Okay, so they haven't won their last 3 league games, and they are playing 1 week a game. How is that? How can you let that happen? How can you let that happen? You are competing against Manchester City. When you are competing against teams like Manchester City and you haven't won the last 3 straight league games, there is no way you can win the Premier League from the Manchester City hands. There is absolutely no way. Even one of the best teams in the Premier League history, the Liverpool, who've got a Premier League trophy after 30 years. 30 years, how was they performing? They were untouchable. Okay, they were untouchable. They won every nearly single games. That is how you win from the Premier League from the Manchester City hands. But right now, Arsenal, we have seen 11-point clears, we have seen 13-point clears, we have seen 9-point clears. Now they have 5-point clears by playing 2 more games than Manchester City, which means if Manchester City can make sure they can win their 2 games in hands, it's like they are going to be from the first play, which means they are going to the 1 point ahead of Arsenal. So this is situations that so much different. So I think it's like a probably finish for probably it's the over for Arsenal, for the title race for the because look at what happened. They haven't won 3 straight games this season. How many times have you seen those kind of situations from Arsenal side? None. Okay, if they had if they lost one game, it doesn't matter whether it's a away game or it's a home games, they win next game, that's sure. But right now, since they drew against Liverpool, they haven't won 3 games. They drew all the games. They drew against Liverpool after 2-0 up. They drew against the West Ham after 2-0 up in 10 minutes. They drew against Southampton after 2-0 down. So this is not good sign from the Arsenal. That's why a lot of people are mentioning that this is not the Arsenal year, as Arsenal having a good year but not enough to compete against Manchester City to win the Premier League. It's like they're not wrong. They are speaking facts, because we know what Manchester City can do. They are now even in the semi-final of the Champions League. They have a great position to lead the Premier League. Okay, they overpassing the Arsenal, and they have a great chance to win the FA Cup. Okay, they are going to pass the Sheffield United today, and they are gonna be like a win in a final. Whoever can reach to the final, whether it's Manchester United or whether it is Brighton, because all the both teams, Manchester City can able to do and make a win at the final. That's why Manchester City are trying to complete their treble dreams. That's why Arsenal is like it's like it is over for them. Title hope is that it's over for them. But I don't think so. I might be a little bit different from a lot of you guys, but I don't think it is over for Arsenal. Look at the situation. They have 5 point clears. They have 5 point clear of Manchester City, and if they go to the Etihad and they came back with the 1 point, that is great from Arsenal. Of course, there is no way you can even get a draw from the Manchester City side with this kind of performance, with this kind of determination, because Manchester City has been way better. City are not the kind of team who will concede 2 goals after the 2-0 up. City is not the kind of teams. So Arsenal have a very little chance to even get a draw at Etihad. But what if Arsenal win? What if Arsenal can win? If they can make sure to win against Manchester City at Etihad, I think they still have a great chance to win the Premier League. Even though they have a draw against Manchester City, that is great from Arsenal. They still have a 5 point clears. You might say, oh, they have a two. Manchester City have a 2 games in hands. Yes, but we are not sure that whether Manchester City can make. You cannot guarantee, okay, whether Manchester City can, win both of the games. Of course, it's like a 90% or the 90% or 90% they are going to win for those 2 games. But you can no guarantee for that, right? Manchester City have a pressure. They have a pressure that they have to win those 2 games. Otherwise, there's no chance. That's why I think Arsenal City have a chance, even though they draw the last 3 games. Even though they've got a draw the last 3 games, that's why I think Arsenal City have a chance. Of course, it's not like 11 point clears, 9 point clear, or 13 point clears. Not anymore like that. But I think they have a chance. What do you think about this situation? Do you think Arsenal City have a chance to win the Premier League? Make sure to comment below. Thanks for watching, guys.